When you're first starting out as a couple, there can be a lot of adjustments. But I think one of the hardest ones is figuring out how to cook for two. You know, you've grown up in a family where mom cooked for a lot more people, or you find recipes that say they have 6 or 8 servings and you don't want to eat it for the whole week. So I'm going to share with you one of my favorite recipes that you can make whether you're just getting started out or if you are kind of got the kids flying the nest and it's just the two of you or even one of you now. We're going to be making some chicken hibachi. And so what I'd like to show you first is what we're going to make it on. And so if you want to come on down, this is our grill. And so this is actually a grill and a griddle. It's also a waffle iron as well. You can see I've got it set up to work as a griddle right now. It does come with grill plates and you can get waffle plates to go with it so that you can use it for a whole bunch of variety. So this has been preheating. That's what you hear beeping right now. It's preheating. So what I want to do is I want to get my veggies ready. So I've got a bowl here of broccoli and sliced onions. You can use whatever veggies you like. Sometimes we'll use peppers with onions. Sometimes we'll add some garlic in there. I usually don't add the garlic a lot just because it tends to burn. So I do use my garlic infused oil. We have even added pineapple before if you like to have a little sweetness with your meal. And I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to it. It's just going to enhance that flavor and give it a stir. And what we're going to do is get these veggies completely coated with the oil and the salt. And then I am going to, add them to our griddle. So for right now, we're going to keep it like this. I'm going to show you in a minute how we're going to add our chicken to it. So what we're going to do is just pour this on here. And there's all of our veggies. I'm going to spread this out a little bit so that they'll cook evenly. You can hear that searing already. Nothing better than these roasted veggies. So what I'm going to do is I am going to close this and then I'm going to push start. So that lets it know that I've added food to it. So now I've got this timer that's counting down. And so I want to let these grill for about a minute or so. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to get my chicken ready. So I have 1 chicken breast that I'm going to use. That's one of the ways that you can cook for 1 or 2 people is by not having to cook all that meat at once. So you can go to the grocery store, buy it in bulk, and then pull out 1 chicken breast for a meal and put the rest in the freezer for another time. So you can see that this meat has been marinating. It is in a hibachi sauce. It is 1 tablespoon of soy sauce with 1 tablespoon of sesame oil and then half a tablespoon of grated ginger. If you don't know how to grate ginger, don't worry about it. I generally go to Aldi and I get the tubes of grated ginger and it makes it really easy to measure into your spoon and add it to your dishes. So this has already started counting down. It's been 1 minute, 15 seconds. So I'm going to open this up and slide it a little closer. You can see that little knob here that I'm going to push. And that allows me to lay it flat. So now I can have my veggies cooking on one side and my meat listen to that sizzle. I'm going to let that sit there. So I got meat on one side and veggies on the other. Now I don't want to let this pile up because I want it all to cook. Now here's the thing with chicken. It's really tempting when you're cooking chicken on a stovetop or on a grill or in a grill pan to really want to mess with it and keep turning it. But you don't want to do that. There are proteins in your chicken that if you don't let them cook enough, it's going to cause that chicken to stick and you're going to end up with more chicken in your pan than you do in your dinner. So we're going to let that sit for a couple minutes and we're going to let that caramelize. And I am going to just stir my veggies a little bit. You can see they already got that nice start on them because I had that grill going on both sides of that. So now these are going to be nice and soft when my chicken's done. All right, so our chicken's getting done on the first side, so I've started flipping it over. You can see how nice and brown that is. We just let it sit and we let it caramelize a little bit. And since we cut it into these bite-sized pieces, or at least most of them are, it's not going to take as long to cook. And come look at our veggies over here. They are getting nice and soft and roasted. All right, so our meat is almost done. I want you to notice that there is not a whole lot of juice on here. That's because we haven't played around with the chicken. If you are constantly poking at it and checking it, you're losing a lot of that juice. But there is some, we have the juice from our marinade. I want you to see something. When you are grilling on here, it has a little release right here, okay? And there is a drip tray. If you want to come over here and look, there's a drip tray underneath. So I'm just going to push that back in. And it's right under here, and it's going to catch all of those drippings from our chicken. So I think our chicken is done. So let's go ahead. We're going to turn this off. I do that so I don't burn my hand. It's on the back. When you have it upright, you don't have to worry about that. So what we're going to do is just grab a bowl. I've got some rice here that I made in the microwave in our 3-quart micro cooker. And so it's just the two of us. So I made 2 servings, 1 cup of rice and 1 cup of water. And that was microwaved for 3 minutes. And then check that out, okay? So I'm gonna add that in my bowl. Going to add some veggies. Oh, that's so good. And then I'm gonna add my chicken. And I'm telling you guys, that sesame oil, it adds such a nice flavor to the chicken. So I've got my meal, and then we're gonna top it off. You can use any type of sauce you like. We like Yum Yum sauce. And if you're a Yum Yum sauce fan, I highly recommend BB Bop brand. You can get that at Walmart, Kroger, probably any grocery store local to the Ohio Valley. So I'm gonna go ahead, add that on. Just a little bit. And there you go.